Another warning now about stopping for police, especially in secluded places or late at night. A driver in Greater Manchester was pulled over in the early hours of the morning on Saturday on Oldham Road in Denshaw by a young man pretending to be a police constable. The incident is said to have happened at around 3:30 a.m. when the driver who was pulled over passed two vehicles parked side by side with their hazard lights on. As he drove past, he noticed one of the vehicles, a silver Mercedes, had started to follow him. After a minute or two, the silver Mercedes turned on flashing dashboard lights, such as you might see in an unmarked police vehicle. The man, who wants to remain anonymous, said, "I pulled over near the Safeguard Fostering Centre. As soon as I did, the red Toyota pulled in front, blocking me, akin to the police manoeuvre," the Toyota being the second vehicle that was parked at the side of the road with the Mercedes. However, the driver who had been stopped became concerned that they were not police after they exited their vehicles. He said, "I turned off my engine and a young Asian male in his early 20s got out and stood looking at me. I looked in my wing mirror and another young Asian man, also in his early 20s and chubby, wearing a bum bag and glasses, had approached my car. I started my engine and revved the car as a warning as I realised they were not police officers. They laughed at each other and said, 'Let's go.' Both jumped into relevant vehicles and sped off. I immediately reported this to the police and gave details. As I got to the bottom of the dip, they were coming back up, turning from the Delphi turn-off, driving erratically." He said, "I posted on Facebook because if it was a young person or a lone vulnerable person, I think it could have been a different scenario." Adding, "I'm under no illusions that to protect myself, I would have used my car as a weapon to defend myself and anything I could. I think they realised that, and that's why they sped off." Now, the incident was reported to the police, but a spokesperson for GMP said that no arrests had been made. Now, I've said this before, and I shall repeat myself again. If you are ever indicated to pull over by anyone who appears to be the police on a secluded or dark part of the road or late at night, I would say to you, do not stop. However, simply not stopping isn't enough, as this could be real police, and without taking precautions you could find yourself in a box being dragged from your vehicle. So if you decide not to stop in that location, you must call 999. Making an emergency call is the only reason you're allowed to drive whilst on your mobile phone. That's if you haven't got Bluetooth hands-free. You must explain clearly what's happening and that you do not feel safe stopping due to the fact that you are in a secluded area or a dark area, or you are alone, or you're with your children, for example, and that you are driving to the nearest well-lit place or to the nearest police station. The control room will ask you where you are. They'll ask you for your number plate and maybe what car you're driving. They will likely ask you what the other car looks like and its number plate. Do not be embarrassed if it looks like a police car, because there has been instances of fake police vehicles on the road, as in marked police vehicles. Try and remain on the phone to 999 until you reach a place you feel safe, and then pull over, but keep your door locked and your window done up as much as possible. Remain in your vehicle. If the vehicle that's pulled you over is real police, then they will approach you, at which point you should be able to see their shoulder number, which you can read to the call handler. Ask the person their name and tell them that you're on the phone to 999 because you couldn't stop due to the secluded location or the fact it was dark and you couldn't risk it being a police impersonator. Now, providing you do all this, you should not be arrested for anything relating to not stopping and relating to being on your phone. However, I can't say anything about what comes up after they stop you, like no insurance, for example, but providing you dial 999 while you are still travelling, then this will be recorded. And then you have evidence that you are not failing to stop and that you had a legitimate reason to be on your phone whilst driving. Now, the main thing to remember is to simply not get caught out. We all know that even the police cannot all be trusted, and with the things that have come to light in the past 12 to 18 months about police, we simply can't be too careful. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.